Good morning. My name is Raj, and I am talking today to an artist who's a member of the collective Art Nomads in Ireland. His name is Joe Adibo. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, my name's Joe Adibo. I was born in Nigeria on the 9th of May 1960, and I finished my high school in 1979 in SCC Roa. In 1978, I beg your pardon, and in 1979, I became an auxiliary teacher in a primary school until 1980 when I went to the College of Education and I studied art education, how to teach art and art in total. Later on, I became a full-time teacher all my life, and I started teaching since then and there till 1994 when I went to South Africa, and I lived in South Africa till 2011 when I have to flee here to Ireland.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got to know, or how did you get to be part of the art collective Art Nomads here in Ireland?
Spoke to Lara. I said, let us form this. After this exhibition, all the artists, all of us that took part in this exhibition, let us come together and become a group. I spoke to her personally, then I brought the issue up in our group space, that let us use this opportunity to come together as one, because unity is strength. Let us not fall apart after this exhibition. Let us come together and use this and form it into a group and have a logo and form it into a group. So when I brought up the idea, everyone in the group bought the idea. That was the genesis of Art Nomads. That was how they formed the logo, and today we have become a group because they bought my idea and they realized what I said is true, and today we are reaping the benefits of that ideology.
Now, what I'm interested in finding out through this set of talks that I'm having with Art Nomad members is how we get together, how we support each other. And I'm convinced that it is through the groups like ours, this Art Nomads group, that I'll find this interesting new models of support. So what do you think there, Joe? When we get together in different ways, in a special way. How do you think we support each other as migrant artists within the collective Art Nomads?
I personally believe there are various ways we can support each other. First, love is the greatest. Before we can first think of supporting each other, we must first of all have love for each other. Where there is love, there is that need for support. There is that need of togetherness and love. There is that need of feeling passion and affection for other people or members of the group. There is that feeling of unity in diversity, that together we are one. Once we have these thoughts, these feelings in mind, it is what we have in mind that we manifest in the things that we do for each other. And one way we can help each other is first of all to take into account each other's condition. What condition are we living in as immigrants? Where some are living better than the other. Those who are living better than the other, knowing the situation and circumstances others are living in, can also try to be of financial support, of emotional support, of support when we have tragic situations, or also when we have things to celebrate together. Once we have these feelings of togetherness and supporting each other together, other greater support will come up, especially in the field of arts as Art Nomads, things like that. And also in all these fundings and all these grants and all these awards and things that are going on, when we are aware that there are things that are going on, we should encourage other artists to also take part in such awards, in such programs and projects. These are and many other ways are ways we can support each other as artists.
I mean, we are struck by the same frequency, Joe. You know, we are struck by that frequency of art, and we are connected closely that way, and by a common purpose. We want to do this project right together, and doing this project together allows us to come together. But we don't always just cut across the landscape, you know, or we don't always just run across the landscape towards our goal to want to quickly try to finish what we're doing. But we also tend to give each other time to talk to each other. We tend to meander. We tend to take our time to get to that goal, which is an important thing, in my opinion. This is collaborative. It is like talking to each other and finding out about each other and finding a little bit more about where we are, how we are doing, and what we're doing here, how we exist in this place, you know? What do you think about that, Joe?
For me, I would say so far, so good. Everybody is trying. Everyone is doing everything possible to make sure that we have success in a collaborative way. And one thing you have to understand about human nature, especially in a place where we are all foreigners in this land, is that 1,000-kilometer journey begins with a step. To getting to know each other, to getting to be used to each other, to getting to be advanced, we have to start from somewhere. And we have started, and we have started very well.